Hey y'all, what's up? It's me, Miss Ruby, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, as you see by the title, I'm going to talk to you guys about how it's been since my miscarriage 4 years ago. 4 years after my miscarriage, what's going on? And I'm making this video specifically to encourage those of you who have gone through miscarriage yourself, an infant loss of any way. If you guys didn't see my original miscarriage video a few years ago, I gave a great detail about the exact experience from start to finish and how it affected me and all that stuff. And since then, I've gotten almost 400,000 views and so many comments, which I want to address some of those things here in this video. The first, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, Toyotress.com. Toyotress reached out to me and sent me this hair that I'm wearing, which I actually love. I don't think I've ever worn this exact color or this exact style, and so I knew I was taking a risk for the fall, and that risk so far is panning out. Let me know what you guys think though. Like, is it too dark? Is it too light? I don't know, but these are the Goddess locks, 18 inches long. I'm gonna let you guys see the front and the back. I did install them myself, and I recorded the tutorial for this, but I wasn't really sure if you guys really wanted to see it. So let me know. It's just a crochet braid install. I can definitely put that tutorial up for you if you want it. So let's jump right into this conversation. In this video, I want to talk to you guys about how it's been for me so far, and some things that I did, some helpful tips that you guys can do if you guys are going through this struggle. I don't know if you guys know, but October is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. So a few years ago, I uploaded a video talking about my miscarriage experience, and since then I have now birthed 2 children and 2 girls. My youngest is 10 months old and my oldest is 3 years old. So that has definitely been a blessing. Had my rainbow baby in 2018 and my youngest baby right at the end of last year. And life has took on a whole new spin, okay? Just a whole new plethora of challenges, just so many things I want to talk to you guys about on this channel moving forward. Just being a mother and how that has affected my whole relationship with my husband, wife life, and all of that stuff, okay? But I just wanted to drop that on you guys because if you're struggling with this right now, maybe it can be of encouragement to you that just because you had a miscarriage, even if you've had multiple miscarriages, there are so many stories out there of women just like me who've gone on to have successful pregnancies. My babies are perfectly healthy, thank God. Nothing wrong with them, beautiful, intelligent, everything, right? And so it's been nothing but a blessing, challenge, but definitely a blessing. Right before conceiving my second baby, so basically after I had my miscarriage, I ended up going vegan or just eating a vegan diet during like the 2-month window that the doctor said, wait until you try to conceive again. I just did that for my own health. I wasn't doing it to have any bearing on me getting pregnant again. But I will say that I did it, and I got pregnant exactly 2 months after having my miscarriage, and I carried that baby all the way through. She was completely healthy and everything was fine. So I'm not saying that it had anything to do with my outcome because there's no way that I would ever know. But I will say, I can't help but to believe that my ability to get pregnant right away or carry the baby to a healthy term could have been impacted by my decision to start eating healthier, okay? And then with my second baby, during my pregnancy, I did a heavy transition to a plant-based diet as a whole. And since then, I've been maintaining. I still eat meat and animal products sometimes, but I have been doing a major transition and learning about how to use food as medicine. Thank God throughout these last almost 2 entire years, I haven't gotten sick. I've had a couple of moments of like a little itch in my throat and a sniffle in my nose, but I haven't officially gotten sick over the last couple years during COVID. During, being pregnant during COVID, where they say you have a weakened immune system, myself, my husband, nor my kids have gotten sick. And so I share that because a lot of you, that may not even matter to you, but for those of you guys who are already curious about how your health decisions relate to your outcomes with fertility, I just want you guys to spend more time, dive deep. There's so much information out there that can help you. Just be healthier as a whole. Even if it doesn't guarantee that you're going to get pregnant, it will definitely guarantee that if you get pregnant, you will have a healthier pregnancy. So I wanted to say that those are some things that I have been really heavy on. Also, reeling it back in the stress department. If you guys follow me here on YouTube, then you know that I used to put a lot more content out, and lately I haven't been. And that is because I've just been learning over these last few years how important it is to prioritize my health, my mental health, as well as my physical health. And that means that when things start to become overwhelming for me, which they have been since having these kids, that I have to put things in order of priority, and sometimes making content just don't top the list as much as I want it to. My marriage has definitely changed so much so much, y'all. Literally, like right before having my second baby, I talked to my husband, sat him down, because I already saw things starting to get crazy. And I was just like, just had a heart to heart with him. I was crying, y'all, and everything, just telling him like, I know things are about to change, and I just want you to know that I'm sorry in advance. I know how I can be when I get overly stressed. Like, I know how I just be tripping and I take it out on you. I might lash out on you, and that's gonna happen. I just already know because I'm emotional. But I just want you to know that I value you, I appreciate you, I love you, and I really want us to make it through. So many marriages don't make it. You know, they don't stand the test of time, and children can be the ultimate test for a marriage. And so I communicated that to him, just let him know. And I thank God I did, y'all, because lately it's been going down, and I've had to remind him of that a couple times. Like, babe, remember we had this talk and you hugged me and you told me everything was going to be okay and I don't have to worry. And now I need you to remember because it's been real, y'all. With my first baby, I had a cesarean, and I believe that there were things, if I would have known going into that I could have avoided having a cesarean. But nonetheless, my baby was born healthy, and I recovered from the cesarean just fine, but I did nonetheless have a cesarean. And I kind of think that may have had something to do with like the weakening of my pelvic floor in some way. The reason why I say that is just because the things that I'm dealing with now, which I won't get too much into detail, but my second baby, I did have a VBAC, that stands for vaginal birth after cesarean. I did videos on this stuff, you guys, so check my channel if you want details. But I was just so thankful. She was born on Christmas Day 2020, and I pushed her out, and it was just beautiful to have that experience. But since then, I've been dealing with some pelvic floor issues, a lot of weakening. It's been almost a year, and I feel like I actually am experiencing them more now than right after having the baby. But whatever. I did breastfeed both of my kids. I'm still breastfeeding the second one, so that has been going just fine. I'm just sharing this stuff just to enlighten you guys that if you are dealing with a miscarriage, that you guys can go on to not only have healthy pregnancies, healthy births, but you can have healthy children. Your body can move forward and function exactly as it was designed to function. And so a couple of tips that I want to give you guys is try not to do too much self-loathing if you're going through this. I feel for you and I feel you, and my prayers are with you, mama. Like, trust me, all the thoughts that attacked my brain during that time, the number one thought that overwhelmed me was, what did I do? I definitely thought it was my fault, and I definitely felt that I had failed my baby. Like, I was carrying a baby, I was carrying life in my womb, and something that I did just didn't allow me to see that through, and I failed my baby, because the baby is the most innocent vessel in the entire thing. You know, when you talk about having a miscarriage, when you talk about having an abortion, this is an innocent baby, a human life that is already living and existing inside of your womb, that has to undergo the consequences of what you either decide to do or what your body decides to do. And it's very unfortunate, very sad. But since then, I've learned that even though we can definitely take measures to take better care of ourselves, if you are truly doing the best that you can do, then don't beat yourself up about it. But if you know you're not doing the best you can do and you're suffering from miscarriage after miscarriage, difficult pregnancies and all these things, just know that there's information out there that can help you to make better decisions. And I do believe you can have better outcomes. But yeah, I was beating myself up, and I had to learn to stop doing that, because whether it was my fault or not, beating myself up wasn't gonna help me. If I wanted to go forward and try again, I had to have full faith that it could work out so that I could be in high spirits, because your mental health definitely impacts your actual physical health, which definitely impacts your baby. But I also needed to be encouraged to be able to be a healthy mom and take care of kids, okay? So I definitely just encourage you, don't beat yourself up. I stopped beating myself up. I just kind of went with the flow, did the best that I could, and so far it has panned out. So last thing that I want to say in this video is I just want to thank everybody who chimed in on that video with words of encouragement, everybody who shared your stories. You guys have been so vulnerable and so forward with information to help other women. I can tell you that after putting that video out, I was just so encouraged myself. As a matter of fact, after having my miscarriage, I went on to talk to a couple of people about it and found out that so many people I knew had miscarriages as well. And that definitely helped me. It immediately helped me. Still to this day, I talk to women when they sit in my chair as a hairstylist, or friends that I meet, and they tell me their stories, and I encourage them with mine, and I see a shift. So I actually encourage you, if you've had a miscarriage, if you're in high spirits and you are working through it and you're doing better, and share your story with somebody that you know who may be going through it, and watch how it shifts them from going from feeling discouraged and disillusioned about the matter and beating themselves up to realizing that this could just be another one of those human bumps in the road, and maybe it doesn't have to be a long-lasting, detrimental, fatal outcome for the rest of their lives. They can actually have a rainbow on the other side of that storm. That's what it's all about. So let me know if you guys have any specific requests. Please check my channel out and check the description below for links to other videos that I think will be helpful to you guys and interesting to you guys. Remember to be you, love you, make it all beautiful. I will see you, or you will see me, on the next video.